Is that a burger? That's the thing that comes out of your mouth.
Your nose.
Your nose.
Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Friday. That means it's time for the recap. Glad to have you back. I was going to start this week off with an in-depth report on a trip to Costco that we made this morning. But I've got to say that Costco left me a little cold. I mean, it wasn't, you really weren't getting the holiday spirit in there. It wasn't that crowded. The toys and stuff like that were, I don't know, a little bit on the boring side. So instead of that, what I'm going to do is what we're really delighted to do, which is to provide a showcase for new talent. And we're very excited to be able to present this. Here you go.
A Visit from St. Nick, a poem by Clement Clarke Moore. Did any of you ever hear of him before? He lived a long time ago. 'Twas the night before Christmas, when all through the house, not a creature was stirring, not even a mouse. The stockings were hung by the chimney with care, in hope that St. Nicholas would soon be there. Now you understand this thing about hope. Hopes are what we cling to when reality has left us nothing else at this point. So, I mean, that's what you got on Christmas Day anyhow. You're hoping you're going to get some gifts there. I hope you do too. But like I said, reality will set in by tomorrow morning. The children were nestled all snug in their beds, while visions of sugar plums danced in their heads. Again, hope. And Mama's in her kerchief and I in my cap had just settled in for a long winter's nap. Now, you understand, this is a true or false question. The suicide rate actually increases during the holiday season. I mean, that's really something to, you know, run your tongue over there. That's pretty surprising, but again, I'm not hoping, it's true. When out on the lawn there arose such a clatter, I sprung from my bed to see what was the matter. Away to the window I flew like a flash, tore open the shutters and threw up the sash. The moon on the breast of the new fallen snow gave a luster of midday to objects below. Now, you know, in order for Santa to perform this feat that we call Christmas, his sleigh would weigh 353,000 tons. Traveling at 650 miles a second, Santa's reindeer would basically burst into dust. Something like a comet coming into our atmosphere here. So, and just to let you know that. And secondly, you know, in the state of California, they have a home invasion law. You could shoot someone to come onto your lawn into your house. So just keep that on your mind also. Okay, where were we here? When what to my wondering eyes did appear but a miniature sleigh and 8 tiny reindeer, which I've already disputed. They weren't tiny, they weighed a lot, they caused a lot of problems. Who knows what they're gonna do to your roof, your lawn, and so on and so forth. But that's neither here nor there at this point. And then in a twinkle I heard on the roof the prancing and pawing of each little hoof. Again, it's debatable how small these hoofs were and how much damage is being done to the roof at this point. Down the chimney, St. Nicholas came with a bound. He was dressed all in fur, from his head to his foot. Fur. Fur comes from animals. So if I was a reindeer working for Santa Claus, I'd be worried about my future anyhow. If this guy gets an inkling that he wants to wear some fur from a deer, you're gone. And he was chubby and plump, a right jolly old elf, and I laughed when I saw him, in spite of myself. Again, the ability to shoot somebody coming into your property. I have this right. You guys understand that? And that's something I would want you to see if you woke up in the morning and saw Pop holding a gun and Santa dead on the floor near the Christmas tree. But it's reality, hope and reality. We're back with hope and reality. Soon gave me to know I had nothing to dread. He spoke not a word, but went straight to his work and filled all the stockings and turned with a jerk. A jerk. That's, like I said, I wouldn't go so far to call Santa a jerk, but somebody coming down my chimney, when we're filling stockings and so on and so forth, be it what you may. Skipping right to the end here, he sprang to his sleigh, to his team gave a whistle, and away all they flew like down to the thistle. And I heard him explain as he drove out of sight, Happy Christmas to all, and to all a good night. How was that?
Okay, that was my friend Steve Wallace, and we are hoping to have him back with more segments in the future. But for the moment, I think he's gotten off to a rip-roaring start. It's Friday. Now, tonight, Gerard will be cooking at the Legion. He's going to have prime ribs, and he'll have his chicken noodle soup, which happens to be one of my personal favorites. Tomorrow is the McKeever Christmas party, and of course the theme this year is the tip of the week. When you check back in on this show next weekend, you'll find out who the winner is, and you'll get a good insight into that tip, as well as the party over at Dennis's house. So that sums it up for this week. It's been very cold. I wasn't really inclined to go out and do a lot of shooting of the Bronx Christmas lights, although I enjoy doing that every year, but it was so cold I just cut that off. That ends up being well, I think an exciting recap because of the new talent. Otherwise, I guess it's a little on the weak side. Anyway, everybody, all of you, have a very nice weekend. Get ready for Christmas. We'll see you next week. Take care.